So in 2018, we were in a drought, and there was very little forage around. And the third week of July, we had some folks come out and want to see these natives, and we were grazing natives, and we had grass, and a lot of grass. The cows were belly deep in grass, and there were a lot of folks already feeding hay. So absolutely, we do not have all of our eggs in one basket. We've got a really drought resistant plant. We've got a lot of forage out here that'll grow on a dry year. And so mitigation is an expensive word. The best thing I've ever heard and learned, I think, is mitigation is actually one word for writing a check, okay? So, you know, if you have to mitigate drought, however you do it, it's costing you money. If you have to sell cows, it's costing you money. I did mention that if we have to sell those stockers early, it's probably going to cost us some money. But I don't feel like it's going to cost us as much as having to sell cows and replace cows. It is not going to cost us as much as buying high dollar feed or high dollar hay. Mitigation is something you want to avoid. And I think that this systems approach is the best start to eliminating or really reducing mitigation. Another thing that I heard is that when we're on a monoculture or a total fescue system, the weather is going to cause mitigation 80% of the time. That our weather is going to create that. So if we want to, that means 8 out of 10 years. 8 out of 10 years is going to cause some lump to get over, and that means it's going to cost me money. So if I can look at a diverse system, I can reduce that to 50%. And the higher my diversity goes, I can get down to maybe 30%. So right now I feel like that's probably where we're at with the system that we've got. We're probably 4 or 5 years out of 10, the weather throws a kink at us, that we might have to do something a little bit different to maintain this system. And we're headed in the direction, I think, of getting them ironed out to where maybe only 3 out of 10 years do we even recognize dry times, wet times, late frost. You know, that's one of the things that we had this year. We had a lot of late freezes and late frost. Really didn't set our system back much. It really didn't change anything. We delayed grazing the natives because they were a little bit behind. That's something that really doesn't bother us. I do think that when we incorporated these into our grazing systems, that we definitely saw an ease in management. And so I think that goes right back to the management and how we manage these grasses and how difficult the management is. And I would say that the management has actually gotten easier. And I really want to say that I think the more diverse your system gets, the more sustainable you become, then it actually makes management easier because we're not making some of those difficult decisions. We don't have to make some of those difficult decisions about how many cows we're going to sell to get through a dry year. You know, the management is oh yeah, we need to wait 2 weeks to turn in, or we need to speed up our grazing system, or we need to slow it down, or it's those kind of management decisions, not the kind of management decisions that really cost a lot of money necessarily. So I think that's significant when we look at the big picture.